welcome to I Can Fix Your Movie.
Welcome back.
Yeah, guys, it's good to see you. Well, I guess not see you. Good to have you with us.
Good to have you with us.
Yeah.
Good to have you listening.
Yeah, I'm still learning all the ropes with the podcast thing. This is episode 16.
You're still learning.
I'm still learning.
That people can't see you.
Yeah, people.
When we're doing
oddly
this.
enough, I thought I would look across this area and be like, oh, there's somebody right there. But no.
But no.
Doesn't happen. This is episode 16.
It's shocking every time.
I know. Season 2, though.
Yeah.
We'll
get it down.
We'll get it down by season 4 or 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are going to be reviewing a film that came out in 2005.
Yeah.
This is a very recent film.
Not 2005.
2025, sorry.
There you go.
Should I start again and just like, all right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the film.
No.
And just go?
I think
all
let's
right.
just keep going. I mean,
they'll forgive us.
At this point, they know who we are.
They know who we are. That's right. So this is a 2025 film,
Yes.
Zootopia 2.
Right.
Zootopia
The
2.
long-awaited.
It actually, yeah, a lot of people were really, they loved the first one.
The follow-up to the
I liked the
immensely
first one.
popular
Yeah.
Zootopia 1.
And this was, I think this was also nominated for an Oscar too. I'm pretty certain.
This one?
Animated, yeah.
The second one.
The second one.
The one that we just watched, we're
watched.
critiquing right now,
Yeah.
was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, I think his best animated did not win.
Well,
K-pop Demon Hunters took it.
Well,
You know,
how do you top
K-pop Demon
K-pop
Hunters.
Demon Hunters?
Oh, well, yeah. So, I guess I'm going to get all the hate from the K-pop Demon Hunter fans.
Oh,
I haven't seen it. I honestly
we actually haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it at all. I have no idea. It might be incredible.
I know. We're movie people, guys.
Yeah.
Not. Wait,
Yeah.
is K-pop Demon Hunters a movie or is
Yeah,
it a
it's
series?
It's a movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I was going to be
people. We don't watch movies.
no. Yeah, I was going to say we're movie people. We're not television series people, but we are television series people.
We're all of the above.
We're just story
people.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen that particular story. That's
We
all
have
we're
not
saying.
seen that story, so don't hate on us. It
Yeah.
might be super amazing.
It
we don't know.
probably is. But this one is Zootopia 2. And it's the follow-up. We're going to jump in, I think, just to the summaries.
Yeah.
What was your overall? Did you like the film? Did you?
Yeah.
Because I didn't endure the film. I wasn't like, oh my god. It felt like warmed up food.
Leftovers.
Leftovers that I already ate. So I was just like,
That's a really good way to put it.
just like I've seen this film the first time.
Honestly, I liked it. I mean, I liked it. It had an appeal to it. It was entertaining.
Was it good or was it great? And that's
No, it wasn't great.
Okay. So it was just
It was
It
okay.
was a good film to watch free at home.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
So that's your level of expectation.
Yeah.
All right. So let's summarize real quick.
Right.
And then jump into some fixes.
Okay.
Zootopia 2, we got Judy Hopps. She's back.
Cutie Judy.
I don't know how they got her. They signed her back. And Nick Wilde, the fox.
Right.
The Wily Fox. Now they were partners at the end of the first one. They partnered
Right.
up. And we start right there. They're going to face a very complicated case because they discover. At the very beginning of the film, they basically are in the same spot they were in the first film, which was everybody's underestimating them. They're looking like, oh, you guys just watch and don't get in there, but they do what they want to do anyway in the very beginning.
Yeah.
And they mess. Actually,
Well,
they
Judy
kinda
Hopps does what she wants to do.
Yeah, and
And
Nick just kind of
Nick just follows along.
goes along with it.
Yeah.
He trusts her, but they're kind of in trouble here at the beginning because they don't trust him and whatever. But they discover a piece of snake skin, and it signaled the return of reptiles who had been banished for 100 years
From Zootopia.
So their investigation leads them to Gary the Snake. Gary. Good old Gary. Which was voiced by, and I'm going to mess his name up, but I remember the characters. He was in Everything All at Once, and he was in Indiana Jones, and he was a little kid. And,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot his name.
Goonies kid.
Yeah, Goonies. Yeah, I've forgotten his name. But he voiced good old Gary.
Now
here.
that you say it, I'm like,
You
oh
remember?
yeah.
Oh yeah. I've forgotten his name. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I try to remember the names, but today I'm lost. I can't remember it. But he's a pit viper, and he is trying to basically get his family to be able to join him and have a place in the world of Zootopia. And he's doing that by trying to basically steal a historical journal and about the city's kind of origins. Because this journal, it kind of tells a little bit of the story of Zootopia, but it also holds this pattern of how all the walls have this
the weather
wall
creating walls that create the different habitats for the different
the origins
animals.
Of that.
Yes.
Yeah. And then kind of along the way, these two kind of become fugitives because they're doing their own thing and they're following what they think instead of following protocol and blah, blah, blah. And they get kind of framed by this very powerful family, the Linnexley family. And they're determined to basically bury the truth of the ancestors and like how the wall formed and how it all happened and the invention of that and the climate control weather of all that, because it was actually Gary's grandmother who created it.
Right. So apparently reptiles used to be part of Zootopia at one time. And Gary's grandmother is
I'd love for them to all be
very smart.
Yeah.
And so she created these weather walls. She put it in a book. But the Linnexleys decided that...
she needed an investor. And so she went to the Linnexley
family who were money. And he decided to just take her idea and frame her for something she didn't do.
Right.
And then once he was able to get rid of the reptiles, he basically he turned their habitat into this snowy place and basically covered up all evidence that they were ever even there.
Right. So our two police officers, they are aided by the conspiracy theorist beaver named Nibbles Maplestick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Judy and Nick, they journey through all kinds of different habitats. They go through the Marsh Market and the Reptile Ravine, and they finally do find the original patent that exposes the Linnexleys, and it kind of goes into this high-stakes confrontation at the weather wall, and everything kind of comes out. And their partnership is proven to be a solid one.
Is it Linnexleys or Lynxleys?
Oh, Lynxleys? What did I say?
Linnexleys.
Yeah.
We've been saying Linnexleys.
Lynx. What is it then?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Lynxleys. Lynx, because they're lynx.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with Lynxleys then.
So anyway, that it kind of all falls into place, and they have, their hurrah moment. But it does kind of foreshadow a because the reptiles get their homeland returned,
right?
But it does foreshadow Don Bellwether escaping, because as the two are escaping because they get caught and get thrown in prison, and as they escape, they basically all the bad guys escape,
right?
And Bellwether, she escapes in the prison breakout as well. So I think it's going to set up Zootopia 3, and that's going to be part of the thing.
Could be.
So that's kind of the quick rundown. What we liked, of course, I think the two leads, they have they're killer actors. I mean, they're just wonderfully talented.
Yeah.
And visually, it was really beautiful, of course, and fun and colorful. And all that.
I mean, it had some of the same charm.
Yeah.
As the first film. We're going to talk a little bit about that. It had a lot of the same everything as the first film,
right?
But it had a lot of the same charm, the same, she's super cute and you're rooting for her. She always wants to do the right thing,
right?
And now they're teamed up, they're partners, and they end up working really well together. I don't know. I think overall it was fun. Yeah. It was entertaining.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was visually fun to watch.
Yeah. I was kind of I was kind of bored through a lot of it. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. I watched the first film. I guess I got the hang of it. I was really expecting something new. I mean, they even tell a joke close to the end of the thing. They were like, yeah, in the first one there was this big twist. He was like, yeah, I know. And then there was this big twist of like somebody betraying him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, the guy that they were working with.
Yeah, with the snake to try to...
The lynx.
The youngest son.
Right, of the Linksley family.
He's working with the reptiles to find the stuff, but he's actually just trying to make his own place in his family and be the hero to them.
So he ends up betraying them just,
Yeah.
Similar twist.
Yeah. So, hot take misstep. For me, the biggest risk of doing a sequel is repeating basically the same message, same everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what they did. They rehashed the predator and prey tension. Specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do that, it's going to feel like a lesser version of the original. And to me, the sequel needs to kind of invoke a different theme and without forgetting what made the first film fun and cool.
Right.
So I don't think they did that.
Right.
So,
Agreed.
What do you got?
I feel like the song that...
Oh, the signature song.
The signature song.
Yeah, from Gazelle. Yeah.
From Gazelle. I thought, it just didn't have the same...
Pop. No, it
did
didn't.
not have the same punch as the first,
Do you remember the first one? I'll put you on the spot. Okay.
Yep, I do.
Do you remember this one?
I just remember part of it going, zoo.
Yep, a bunch. Me too. That's exactly what I remember. So I just literally finished watching the film and went, super forgettable song. Okay, moving on. So I agree. And then, for me, the last one here is you got to have better support characters. Frankly, they had this weird reptile guy.
Yeah.
Which was super forgettable. But the beaver just super fell flat for me. I didn't think it was an engaging voice. I know the actress that does it. I think she's funny, but I was just bored. I was like, oh man.
Interesting.
I didn't really love the character, and also I just think that they didn't have enough. They didn't do it. They didn't, that they just had a small palette of colors to work with, in my opinion, and they just stayed super safe with it. And so,
okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of liked her.
Okay, that's cool.
I thought she was kind of funny.
Okay, that's cool.
She didn't play a huge part.
Well,
other than
she kind of was supposed to, and
other than introducing them to, I don't know. She was supposed to introduce them to and she's supposed to be kind of this conspiracy theorist that has all these answers.
Yeah, but
they weren't conspiracies because she's just like, oh yeah, that's right over there. This
is real. This is the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's did they really need her to show them all of that?
I just thought the characters, the supporting characters, were just kind of meh. Kind of meh.
Got it.
All right, let's jump in. Let's make this happen, Captain.
Let's fix it.
All right. Act 1. All right. So the world feels like super fixed to me after the first film, and I'm like, well, where are we going to go here?
Right.
So at the end of Zootopia, the city's learned its lesson. Right?
Yes.
That the little bunny that could, right?
Right.
And it makes it hard to justify a new conflict a lot of times without feeling repetitive.
Sure.
And so to me, they just jump right back to, the bunny and the wolf, and you guys stay in the background. I know you had one case there that you did, and it saved the city from this huge thing, but we still don't trust you, Hobbs.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that I get annoyed with is when all of the ground that was taken in movie 1 is then lost immediately. Not like through the process of the second film, but immediately we lose everything that we gained and worked for in film 1. We've completely now lost it. So they immediately
just yanked it back.
First thing, they're that you guys are a one-hit wonder. Everything you did in the first film was just luck. We don't trust you guys. In fact, we trust you so little that we're going to send you to this therapy group for partners.
Yeah.
And you don't even get to be cops anymore. Yeah, and it's like, just like, what?
Yeah, like they're literally going to a therapy group for broken partners.
Right.
It's like, what?
It was like, wait.
Confusing.
You just, like, they just praised them. They just, like, awarded them.
Yeah. It was
they
the biggest
just
bust scandal of
gave
Zootopia.
them all the awards and blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing we know, they're like, you can't even be cops anymore. Because Judy apparently, like, went with her instinct, which ended up being correct. Went with her instinct and ended up destroying a statue. And how dare she? And it was just like, so already, as the audience, we know, okay, so now we're on the same journey we were on in film one, because we've just lost all the ground we took.
Right.
And now we have to take that ground again.
Right. And so for me, that's kind of annoying. So I'm going to actually propose a really big fix here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
And you don't have to agree. Okay? You don't have to agree. I'm telling you now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking that maybe they've gained some momentum and they use it. Right?
Right.
So they go into the first film and they're like, oh, poor us. But now they're not the underdogs. They're not the victims. They're like, actually, wow, you guys are top notch.
They're big stuff.
Right. And instead of like, you've got to prove yourself, they actually start trusting them. So like Bogo starts giving them really good cases and they're killing it. Right.
Yeah.
And okay, so they're like going undercover. Right.
Uh-huh.
And they're cracking the cases open and they're in the news and they're pinning. You can see the newspaper articles going up like hops and Wilde.
Right.
We're wild for hops. All those things.
Right.
Right. They're going up. Okay.
They're the dream team.
Yeah, the dream team. And they're getting so much confidence and they crack a huge case. Right. And then here's the thing. Bogo is like praising them like, you guys are my superstars. Right. And that's a terrible Bogo impression. I'm sorry. But he's giving them all these cases. But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wilde starts, he's looking at stuff and he's like, wait a minute. This is strange because this kind of, you remember this one way back here? This guy's, maybe there's a connection here.
Okay.
Right. He starts seeing connections to all these maybe smaller cases that's getting praised. And they're like, well, and here's the deal. During the process, Hops is getting a little bit of a big head because she comes from the small town. And I think it'd be easy for her to start getting the natural progression would be, yeah, I am pretty big stuff.
Right.
I am. Now,
well, it's what she's always wanted.
She's always wanted.
She's always wanted the praise.
Yes.
She's always wanted to prove herself.
Right. And you show her back in her hometown, home of Judy Hopps. Right.
Sure.
Population 800 billion, whatever it would be. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, local girl makes good, whatever.
Sure.
And she's like super excited. She gets a little key to the rabbit hole. I don't know, where they live, back in her hometown. She's just really excited. Like she's making good and she's doing good stuff. And she doesn't want that train to end.
Right.
She could be like, I could do this forever. This is amazing. But Wilde is like, look, I've lived on the other side. I'm noticing some things. But she's like, and the division starts coming from that. He's like, hey, listen. And she's like, no, let's keep going. But here's the big twist, okay? Because I think twists are good. That especially in this kind of thing.
Yeah.
They are connected. All these little things are connected.
Right.
And they've been giving these cases, because they were meant not to like deflate them, but to distract them.
Okay.
Okay? Because there's a bigger game at play. They've been playing chess, and the big bad guy has been playing... checkers, and the big bad guy has been playing chess. The big bad guy is playing 3D chess. That's what I meant to say. He's just playing this bigger game. Right? And they're playing this little simple thing because it's like good guys versus bad guys. But the big bad guy is using all of these other things to distract them,
To keep them from seeing what's
the
really
big
happening.
picture, right?
Okay.
And our big bad guy I'm going to pitch is Bogo.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a twist.
That's a big twist. He's actually the big bad guy that's been running things behind the scene. And he's been sitting them out on these little... He's like, all right, I need you guys to get caught today. I'm going to do that because I need to cross town. I need them... the press is going to follow them.
Right.
Right? And
so it allows him to kind of work freely without them noticing.
Puppet master and move things over here because he knows where they're going to go. Right?
Right. Well, and even if the bad guy isn't Bogo, you could still have that kind of starting point for the characters.
But the reason I want it to be Bogo is now you have a really strong, powerful bad guy.
Yeah.
That you can use for another couple, 2-3 movies.
Right.
I'm thinking franchise-ish, baby. Okay, I'm not thinking like, let's just crank this next one out. I'm thinking you go the next movie, and if you know it's Bogo, he's coming back for revenge or whatever's going to happen. You've got a cool movie bad guy here.
Yeah.
Because he is really good character. And
you
don't lose him.
I like it. I think it's a good...
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's better. Yeah. It's a better starting point, and it's a better kind of plot than just, oh, no, we still don't trust you guys. Now you have to do everything you did in the first movie. Do it all over again.
So I'm thinking Bogo is a part of the bigger syndicate that he's just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some cool things going on there. So that's the idea.
Right.
Problem 2. Okay. Judy's arc is already finished.
Yeah.
She was basically done.
Yeah.
So she had to prove herself in the first movie, and then...
And she did.
And then they were like, start over, be the underdog again in this movie.
Same arc.
It's a super step backward. So, again, that's why I was like, continue her arc forward.
Right.
By making her feel
like you're popular, you have everything you wanted.
Right.
Now what do you do?
Yeah. So...
Who are you?
Exactly.
Who do you become?
Right. So, Judy's, for a fix, her new challenge is actually stepping into the leadership position that she is in.
Yeah.
And she can do other things too, other than just like making sure that, she figures out the overall arc, because she has to trust her partner, because before she wasn't really trusting Nick. She just did stuff and then expected Nick to follow along, right?
Right.
So now she's got to trust Nick to be like, oh, you see something?
Okay.
I need to trust my partner.
Right. And and that can be part of her growth is
right.
Learning to take him seriously.
Right. And she's also mentoring other younger officers that are coming in. It's their first year. She's like, yeah, I've been here. But she first does it because they adore her. But then she realizes, I'm not being a good mentor. I'm teaching them how to showboat and how to just...
Right.
Right, but not the hard work.
Right.
Right? And she learns how to do that, too. She has to be a good mentor.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Because when she starts succeeding, how does she then come back and bring herself back to doing really good police work instead of just, getting that
just
accolades.
Basking. Yeah, just basking
in
in the popularity that she's gained.
Right. Number 3 here. Nick, he risks becoming just the funny guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he did in this film. He really didn't offer a bunch.
Right. He did. I mean, they sort of made him deeper in the moment when he finally decides to share that he cares about Judy.
At the very end.
That was really close to the end.
Right.
And he does say, I joke to hide this part of me, this vulnerable part of me that I actually care about you and I don't want to see you get hurt.
Right.
So... Yeah, but you're right. Through the majority of the movie, he's just the one-liners, or
So for a fix, you make Nick the emotional center this time. He's that former hustler, right? And he understands the system and the manipulation.
Yeah,
way better than Judy. He begins to see those patterns of the crimes and the other things that are happening in the city, and that they're missing because they're basking. She's basking in all the happiness, and everybody's encouraged her. Because she's the face, they're the face of the department now.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And it forces him then also to confront maybe the past and I thought it'd be kind of fun. We really see his past.
Yeah.
Where he really came from.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Maybe he did come from a thing that had a lot of, spotlight on him when he was younger. Right?
Yeah.
And that'd be kind of cool to kind of see that.
That would be.
But he then finally forces Judy to face the truth of what's actually happening. And that can strain the relationship.
Yes.
Right?
And the conflict comes from he's grounded.
Right.
She's lost a little bit in kind of
the hoopla.
The ego of finally being who she's always wanted to be.
Right.
And and then what brings them back together to the point where she realizes, oh, he's right.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Act 2. The problem of this film, it was super straightforward. It was, another animals gone savage. Again, that's the first film.
Right. We don't.
It's the second film, same thing.
Yeah, we're judging a certain type of animal to be something that they're not actually.
Right. Yeah, and it was just a retread.
Totally.
What the first one was.
Absolutely.
So for a fix, you make the threat a little bit different, right? I've kind of already said it. You've got the crimes that the cops kind of are cleaning up, and it feels like a utopia in Zootopia.
There you go.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
I see what you did.
Did you see? Zootopia is expanding, but it's taking over territory of the reptiles, and they're being vilified as the bad guys. And Bogo has everyone chasing these red herrings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the cases. And then he directs the Lynx family, because even the Lynx family there, he's controlling them too, right? Because we think it's them the whole time, but it's really Bogo going, hey, and he's pulling the puppet strings.
Right.
And he's the underworld syndicate leader.
Right.
So I think you have to deepen it and not just retread the problem, that we see that there's something bigger than just, this issue. We know that something else bigger is going on.
Right. Agreed.
Next, the city isn't fully explored, really.
Yeah.
In the first film, we ran through the streets and we saw some of the different areas, and we were like, oh, that'd be fun to see it in the second one.
Yeah.
And we, again, didn't see hardly any of it.
We didn't really.
They were in a tube that went through some of it, but that's it.
I mean, we do end up in a desert situation, but we don't really see the habitat. It's just kind of a festival that's happening there.
Right.
We don't really see how the different habitats, and what's interesting is that literally a big part of this film is the weather wall, the invention of this weather wall that creates the different habitats. But we don't see how they live.
Exactly.
We don't see how cool it is.
So for a fix, use the investigation that once she finally realizes something big is happening, to explore the environments. They go underground transit system, hidden districts, areas that have different species, forced to coexist in different ways because they, were forced out, right? You've got all this cool places that you could be going to investigate the crimes.
Right. And they took us to the swamp, and we kind of saw
but not
how that worked, but that was really
more. Give me more. Each
that
location,
that was actually not even a part of Zootopia.
Exactly.
It was like on the outskirts. Yeah.
So each location reveals a new layer of how Zootopia actually functions.
Yeah.
And what they could do with that would be really cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. They should have explored that more.
Act 3. The climax risks becoming another chase scene. Again, it's just kind of like this run to the end. It ended with a high energy Zootopia, the first one, this high energy chase. And then we were repeating that structure again in this kind of thing. We got to chase to the end and get to the final. Okay, so I say for the climax, it's got to be more about exposing the truth rather than a pursuit, and proving that there is something bigger at play, revealing the mystery, right? So this is, if we're kind of going, there is kind of this mystery of all this other stuff, and people are like, I'm not sure that Zootopia is a utopia. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Well, Judy and Nick finally reveal the villain's plan to the entire city before the divisions break down, and it reaches a breaking point with the reptiles are out and they are the bad guys. We do it as a big reveal, right?
Okay.
And maybe the tension even comes from whether people will listen or not, or fall back into fear, right?
Right.
And not just a big chase. Now you can have a chase. Chases are great, but just not the same kind of thing. You got to switch it up. You can't do the same thing.
Yeah. We can't plug and play with these
every time
sequels anymore.
Right. Next, I think the theme needs to evolve as well. The first film was like recognizing the bias, and sequel was the same thing.
Recognize, yeah, exactly.
They're dangerous. Oh, these people.
Oh no, maybe they're not.
Right. So I don't think it needs to. I think it needs to be a personal story of growth. Hops was laughed at, and it was a problem. Now she's celebrated. And it derails her too. That derails her, right?
Yeah.
So she has to deal with learning how to do both things.
Right.
And recentering herself.
Right. Knowing that she's competent.
Right.
But not getting a big head about it.
Right. So you've got to change the themes of this and make it personal, not making it all about these bigger grand themes.
The case.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And as she does that, she accepts the truth that something bigger is happening.
Right.
Right. The partnership, I think lastly here, the partnership needs a twist. Nick and Judy already trust each other.
Yeah.
They have trusted each other.
Yes.
And I don't understand how, even rethinking through the movie, like, how did that fall apart? I'm confused. Like, what? Oh, I don't know that I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like even when they were quote unquote like kind of falling apart,
right?
They were still, I don't know, they were still protecting each other. They were still
working
trying
together.
to help each
Right.
other. They still believed in each other. So it never really, I don't know, it never really fell apart.
Right. But they're telling us and showing us that it did.
That it did.
And it's like their partnership is in danger. And they were like, no, it's not. And then they were like, oh, I guess it is. And I'm like, okay, is it?
Right. But it was weird. It was like things like, oh, the lodge that they were in split apart, and he was on one side and she was on the other side.
That. Right.
And she was like, then later she apologized for it. She's like, I never should have went with it. Well, she was unconscious, and he was on the other side of the split.
Exactly.
It wasn't her choice to leave him. So it's like it was a little bit convoluted.
Right. And they dropped the pin and it broke. And that's supposed to be the breaking of their relationship?
Yeah, I guess. But even then, they still worked together. It just, it never panned out this conflict that was supposed to be
always
happening.
Trusted each other. They should have continued to trust each other. So for the fix, again, with this idea, I think that what puts them at odds is how to deal with their success.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
She's feeling it, and she's like, why are you trying to drag me down? You know, we worked to get here. Let's love this and live this and be cool with it. But Nick sees it, and he's like, you know, is this who you really are?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that at first puts her defensive.
Yeah.
But when she realizes that she's been blinded because all the flashing bulbs were just a distraction to keep her sidelined.
Yeah.
Then he's like, you know, I've dealt with it before, and but he's that guiding voice to say, come back to reason.
That brings her back to who she is and to the partnership that they are meant to have. Yeah.
And then once they're back on the same page, they see the big picture.
Yes.
Right? And then it would be kind of cool. But like putting their partnership like it's so bad.
When it never
really was.
When it wasn't at all.
All they really needed to do was just literally get on the same page.
Yeah.
But making it a big, huge plot point, it never felt like that. It never really felt like but they made it a big deal in the film, and I'm like, I don't get it.
I mean, and it was sweet. Like when they had that moment where he was like, this is why I joke and the blah, blah, blah. And she's like, this is why I overdo it is because of this and this.
You could have still had that.
And I agreed. But I thought that was a good moment. But the stuff that they sort of built up leading up to that moment it almost didn't feel necessary.
Exactly.
Because it almost felt like, well, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know why
we all know.
I know why you do those things, and I know why you do those things. And I mean, even like it wasn't like a big reveal of like, this is why I am the way I am. She knows that about him. He knows that about her.
But it just wasn't said out loud. And I'm like, okay.
It was just never said out loud. So.
All right. Yeah. So
anyway.
If we fix it with putting the fame there and like their own egos, that's, I feel like, solid.
Yeah.
And we can work with that.
Yes.
So that's it.
Yeah.
That's Zootopia 2.
Zootopia 2.
Yeah, I think this new version, it works because it really puts a mystery in there.
Right.
And it lets them build off the first movie instead of undercutting it.
Yes.
And forgetting it and saying, that never happened. Don't remember what just happened. Now we're different.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. And we talked about this when we fixed Incredibles 2.
Right.
I feel like there's kind of a mistake that happens when they try to capture the magic and what people loved about the first film, and they think that the only way to do that is to have the same
copy and paste,
same cookie. Use the same cookie cutter to cut these cookies as we did the first one.
Right.
Well,
which is a mistake.
It is a mistake. It's absolutely a mistake because they think they're recreating the magic. But all they're doing is recreating the same story, and it's never going to be as magical as the first time.
Right.
Because the magic was in the fact that we're watching this unfold for the first time.
Right.
You have to create a new story. So, guys, listen.
Yeah.
Stop
doing that.
Stop doing that.
Right.
Make a new story. Right. Make a new story.
Right. So instead of just rehashing and warming up Zootopia 1, they could have made a really cool, memorable launch pad for Zootopia 2.
Agreed.
To lead to, again, with my story, having Bogo be the mastermind of a syndicate, into Zootopia 3, the dark times.
Yeah. The third one is always the darkest film, isn't it?
Right, yeah. So there we go. That's it. Zootopia 2, it's fixed. You're welcome for that, Disney. Enjoy that. And I'm sure Iger is going to go. I think Iger left, actually. But
we need to stop saying names of people.
No, well, he's the head of Disney. But anyway, you're welcome, Iger, or whoever is there now, because we fixed your film for you.
There you go.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you listen and subscribe and join and get all the social media and share it with all the people and comment and enjoy it. And if you're in a park or a lake, because apparently that's where people listen to this. So
wherever you are, we're grateful that you're listening.
So that's it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.